I'll be in there. Yeah. Oh, they got a change for it. Yeah. I wasn't sure, but normally I don't have a change room. South is really good.
Oh, good work. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get. Mike.
Busselton Bombers, the grand final of the 2023 Onshore Cup. Footy Association sees the Busselton Bombers versus the Bunbury Eagles. Can the Busselton Bombers go back to back? They won it last year. can they win it this year? Just going through a little bit of work during the year, I suppose. There's been 10 home and away games. Busselton have been undefeated. That's correct, undefeated. And Dunsborough finished second. They got knocked out, but the Bunbury Eagles, they came from third, and they actually beat the Dunsborough Muleys 7-3 to 5-6 by 9 points to see themselves have a crack at the 2023 Grand Final this morning. My name's Cam Robbins. Thanks very much for your company. It's fantastic we have the opportunity to stream this Grand Final. I'd like to also thank the sponsors throughout the year and also throughout the course of this morning's call. Major sponsors are Shelter, Spartan First, Sports Power in Busselton, Topcoat, Wedderburn Transport, Adams & Co Freight, Bridgestone, Bunbury and Brunswick, City Barbers, Frankston Street Liquor and Fine Wines, and Roberts Tilt Tray and Hiab, and also Filming Footy. Fantastic initiative this by the Brains Trust in Johnny Douglas. Fantastic we get the opportunity to call the first ever Onshore Grand Final, and it's live from Busselton. A bit of dew under the feet this morning. I think once that dew gets off the ground there, probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock, the conditions will be absolutely perfect. There's not a cloud in the sky, not much breeze in the air, as the cameraman, that's Johnny Douglas, hones in onto the Bunbury Eagle side. And is it an omen for Bunbury? I saw the warm-up. They went out in the ground. They're doing some warm-ups for 1 or 2 minutes. Unfortunately, didn't have a footy. They forgot the footy, but the footy's out there now when they've done a big warm-up. But this game promised to be an absolute corking game itself. And also, the Onshore Cup Footy Association, they did have a Division 3 side in the 2023 Nutrient Country Championships, which was recently held in Perth. I just hope the Yeoman's not on. The Bombers actually in the AFL last night, they got absolutely poleaxed by Collingwood. Collingwood winning that in the AFL. And the conditions here are fantastic. The side in the close huddle, that is the Busselton Bombers. As I said, they've been undefeated. They are going back to back. And key players for them is the big ruckman, then to Glennie Sutton, number 32. The centre half back in Tommy Keefe. And young Clinton Hart, number 1. Apparently, the game down in the competition is built like a whippet. He's been in a good paddock, and he looks a very lively type as the players go up to the lineup to have the toss. And this game is actually being filmed by Sir Stewart, Bovell Park in downtown Busselton. Great part of the world in the southwest of Western Australia. As the players going to the middle of the ground here. And shout out also to the City of Busselton to provide the facilities down here for everyone to enjoy. Good crowd throughout the morning. As you can see, all those cars parked around the boundary line. That's what makes country footy such a spectacle, when people can drive their car into the ground. The umpire coming to the ground here at Sir Bovell Park and basically enjoy beautiful conditions down here at Busselton. Where would you rather be on a Saturday morning than downtown Busselton watching this fantastic Grand Final? First ever streaming live thanks to Dartfish and Filming Footy, the 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association between the Busselton Bombers and the Bunbury Eagles. Eagles obviously going to the Grand Final as the underdogs, but it's all done on the park on the Grand Final day. As I said, Busselton going through the season undefeated and are going back to back. And who wins? We'll soon know in a couple of hours. There's 4 straight 20-minute quarters, so no time on. And also the best on the ground though will be getting the Dartfish beanie and a fantastic 2023 Country Footy Guernsey, thanks to the West Australia Country Footy League. As the umpires having a yarn to the players and tell them to get their head over the ball, and I'll play anyone who goes to the footy first for a free kick. Shout out to all the organisers and volunteers of this fantastic association down here in the Southwest Footy League. So co-captains coming to the contest there, and see how they go. The co-captains there for the Eagles are Adams and also Benny Kenton, and it looks like a good omen. The captain, big Glennie Sutton, they will be kicking to the left of the screen, and Eagles will be kicking to the right of the screen. Thanks very much for your company this morning. The 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association Grand Final between the Bunbury Eagles and the Busselton, how am I going? The Busselton Bombers Grand Final. My name's Cam Robbins. Thanks very much for your company this morning. And who will raise that cup? And who will, more importantly, get the best on the ground as the players go into their respective positions here at Bovell Park in Busselton. And shout out also to Tommy, you're doing a lot of good work behind the scenes, our production guy, and also Johnny Douglas to provide this filming opportunity down here at Busselton. So here we are, we're just about to commence the proceedings here. The first quarter. Very important to get off to a good start for both sides. Plays into respective positions. And the umpire ball throws the ball to the sky and we're away. Umpire throws the footy up. Big ruck by the Bunbury Eagles. Ruck and the leap was fantastic by Ireland. Busselton put the head over the footy. The Bombers, good tackle from behind by Kelly. IJ Kelly held into the position. The umpire says, give the ball for me for another throw up. Doing the ruck once again for Busselton's been Sutton. Brings the ball to the ground, roved over by the Eagles. That's the Bunbury Eagles, kicks the ball to centre half forward, but reading the ball better was Keith, the centre half back. Uses the footy well, finds his teammate. That's Dobbin. Dobbin straight up the pipe. Half forward flank. Ball comes to ground. There's that Jew coming to the contest here. Ball's around. Handball's okay from Bunbury Eagles. A little chip pass over the side. A good passage of play here by tried to bounce it. Bounce not too good in the conditions like this. And hard at the contest was the defender. Well done. They mop up down back. The Bombers through Hodges. Can draw the player. That's Captain Sutton. Goes through traffic. Finds his teammate. Good effort by the Bunbury Eagles defender. Kicking his feet though. Falling was O'Devine. And the umpire says give the boom. Might be out of bounds on the full in the end. And it certainly is. So a kick here in the back half of the ground here to the Bunbury Eagles. Early stage of this first quarter. The grand final. Still no score on the scoreboard. Umpire decides to say play on. They go down the line. Dropped an easy mark in the end was the Bombers player. I think that was by Sam Byrne. Sorry, it wasn't Sam Byrne. It was Adam Wearer. And the umpire, boundary umpire there, says, give the ball to me. Fantastic filming by Johnny Douglas. Look at those players hovering around the footy. Get to the front of the contest was the captain in Sutton. Diving onto the bottom. The ball was Matty Blake for the Bunbury Eagles, and once again it's a boundary line throw in here. We've gone just over 2.5 minutes of this first quarter, still no score. Ruckwork this time has been taken by Jones for Busselton, follows up his own footy does Jones, but well done below his knees was Adams for the captain for Eagles. Over the top, good tackle here, could be in a bit of trouble, should be holding the footy. Umpire said I'll give you the benefit of the doubt, and Lux of Fortune, well done by Danny Glover, not the actor Danny Glover, Danny Glover. The player there for the Busselton Bombers, number 25. Doing the ruck work for the Bombers there is Harper. Brings the ball to the contest. Trying to find Glover again. And the umpire that it says, give the ball to me. Still no score. 3 minutes have gone in this first quarter, this grand final between the Bombers and the Eagles. Good leap over the top by the Bombers. Ruckmeters in Harper. Trying to find his teammate. Caught one high. Surely was the Bunbury player, and the umpire saw that it was Ben Newton, the captain, the co-captain, Benny Newton. That's a footy. He decides to switch the ball on the half-back. The Bit of running, carrying the far side. Finds his team. Mate lays out. Good kick. And have the footy in the defensive 50 ground here for the Eagles. What to do here? All went the buck up was down. Together in the background, fantastic, enjoying this great game of footy here. Up for Society and it's found the ruck contest is going to go to Kitty Harper. So what can Harper do? A good mark over the top's been taken by a big fella there, Tom Keith from centre half back. So Busselton 1 point. Bunbury yet to score. Good sliding mark. He can play on and find his teammate. Lace out, running the carry then by Blinko, the vice captain. Kicks the ball to the forward pocket. Pressure there, tried to find a tape. The mark was Dakin. On. He might have got one. He certainly did. And Dakin uses that. So this time can
it's not the cover, it's the commentary. Yeah. Like just moved it.
Boys, get over and help!
nothing. Hey, how are you? How are you? Hiya. Push it forward!
Chiseled the ball out. The Busselton defence was good, and Billy Dobbin put his hand on it, got him a bit high, so the Bunbury player goes forward. That's Zach Birch, kicks the ball to centre half forward, and good strong mark's been taken by Matt Blake. Blake on his right, into a bit of space, and good play Bunbury. Here they come. It's not over Red Rover yet. Good effort by them. An opportunity now to peg that margin back by a further 6 points. Bunbury 1-1. 7, Busselton 3-4, 22. And how's this ball going to go? Leans back on this. The kick was good, and it's very good. Here come Bunbury. The Eagles have another goal, and well done to them. And points it to the crowd, does big Ryan Chandler. And a fantastic goal to Chandler, and good goal to Bunbury. They are 2-1-13. The Bombers 3-4, 22. And we have a good game of footy here. 12:47 to go on in this first half of this grand final between the Busselton Bombers and the Bunbury Eagles. There's a Busselton player, big Jethro Hodge, runs onto the wing position. He's manning up Joshy Roney. Thanks for your company once again. Sorry about the technical difficulties, that we are back on live here. And umpire's going to throw the footy up here, doing the ruck work for Bunbury is Clayton Island. It's Island versus Jones. Give that one to Jones. He overran the footy. Running at the contest was Chandler. He got a push in the back. And the player kicked the last goal. Chandler right in the centre half forward position here for Bunbury. 3-4 to 2-1. A margin of 9 points. They go the ball forward again through Chandler. He goes his non-preferred. That's his left. Kicks the ball the half forward flank. The sprawl over the top was good. The bounce was fickle. Bounced off a few players here. Put his head over the foot. It was a player Stockley for Busselton. He toe pokes the ball out. He's copped one high. And the umpire says that's the free kick to the Bombers in the back pocket. He switches the play and finds his teammate, defensive halfback flank of the ground here at Bovell Oval in the Busselton. Kicks the ball down the line. Good play here from the Bombers. Chips the ball to centre half back. The good mark's been taken by the co-captain Tommy Keefe, the centre half back. Kicks the ball to defensive wing. Head over the footy was okay. Through traffic. Good play here by the Bombers. They kick the ball to centre half forward. How's it going to run? Still running on. Can the ball be kept in play? Play over there was Paplia. He overran it. Sockled out the back was good. So Paplia gets again. Kick around the corner for any possible angle. And he's kicked a minor score only. It certainly is. So the Busselton Bombers 3-5, 23. Bunbury at 2-1-13. 15 minutes have gone in this first half. The grand final between the Bombers and the Bunbury Eagles. So looking at these options now. The defender, good zone set up here by the Bombers. They kick the ball down the defensive halfback flank. Cop one high was the Bombers player in Dacon. Umpire said there's none of it. Defensive ball over the top by Tomset from the Bunbury Eagles. Great crowd here down at Busselton. Umpire throws a footy in. Shallow throw in. Ruckwork was very clever from behind by the player over there in Harper. He kicks the ball to half forward flank. Well done. Took the game on here. And kicks the ball to half forward flank. And off the side of the boot. And I think it's out of bounds on the full. And a kick in here by the Bombers, sorry, the Bunbury defender. Tucked very deep in the back pocket. Conditions here now, the Jews starting to get off the ground here, a bit more likeable now for the players here. So trying to take the play on. The Bunbury player goes down the defensive wing, but good strong mark at the back's been taken this time by Lucas, and he pulled the trigger and he kicked the ball to centre half forward. They're setting the play up well. Umpire scored play on. They chipped the ball to the half forward flank. Trying to find his teammate. That was DeCampo. DeCampo, good second effort. Kick around the corner. He's missed absolutely everything apart from the Holden White Rodeo Ute in the background. And out of bounds on the full it is. So 3-5-23 at Busselton. Bunbury 2-1-13. A margin of 10 points. A fantastic game of footy this one. And conditions here at Busselton, pitch are perfect. They kick the ball to Bunbury down to the defensive part of the ground. They can switch the play here. Risky kick. It's not going to come off. Through traffic was okay. It sold a bit of candy. Draws the play over the top. They can kick the ball on the defensive half-back flank. They do that well. And finds a teammate. Lace out. And decide to play on. And a good mark in the end has been taken by the Bunbury defender. That's Brown. Half-back flank does Brown. He goes down the line. Players under the contest. That's the Bombers. Draw the play over the top. Found his teammate. That's Stockley. Stockley sold a bit of candy. Found his teammate. That's DeCampo. DeCampo on his right from outside 50. Kicks the ball to a pocket. Balls bounced pretty awkwardly. The Bunbury play was good under the contest. He now gets a boot on the ball. Kicks the ball to half-back flank. Overrun on the footy there. Not so is the player there in DeCampo. He's been lively. He lowers his eyes. Beautiful kick by DeCampo. And finds his teammate. Lace out. DeCampo, he's been a good player the first half. Bit of a how do you do go on behind the play. No love lost there between the Eagles players. And he might give away a free kick here in the end. And Ryan Chandler, I don't know what he's thinking then, apart from giving away a free kick. And undisciplined play here by Chandler. He's going to come off and take a bit of a rest. And this will bring Brendan Hart right up to the goal square now to convert again for the Busselton Bombers. Undisciplined play by Chandler then. Should have let the play just go on. He didn't. And he thought he would have given away a 50 metre. He hasn't. Surely he's going to bring the play right to the goal square. Here he goes. Yes, that certainly is. So this is a gimme goal to Brendan Hart. And a handy goal in the context of this game of footy. Can't miss it from here, does Hart. Players taking control of the contest here. What's going on here? The Hart said umpire said you've got to go back behind your mark. Surely he should have brought him up to the goal square, but he hasn't. Anyway, Hart has the opportunity 25-30 metres out. A bit of an angle. And a very important kick for goal this one. So Hart, Brenton Hart, left foot, beautiful kick Hart. No problems at all by him. Straight over the goal umpire's head. And the Busselton faithful love that one. And they also love Ryan Chandler. He gave away that 50 metre penalty. And the Bombers go further in front, 4-5-29 to 2-1-13. And there's the Busselton bench there right in front of us. Big Phil Jones shouting a few instructions to his players. But very important goal, that one to the Busselton Bombers. The leads back out to 16 points. Later stages of this first half, about 35 seconds to go. And can either side get a score on the board in the remaining 20 odd seconds. Umpire throws a footy up. Ireland versus Sutton. Give that one to Ireland. Sutton's over the top of the footy. Gets his own ball. Handball's okay. Found his teammate. Goes one way, goes the other. That play there was Dobbin. Kicks the ball to half forward flank. Good passage of play here. And finds his teammate to Canberra. He's been sensational. Kicks the ball to the hot spot there. And that is the siren. That is all she wrote. So the Bombers, that's Busselton 4-5-21 to the Eagles 2-1. That is 13. A margin of 16 points. And very much needed half-time break here by both sides here. good contest, and we'll be back for the remainder of the second half very, very shortly. Shall we? Yep. 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 So, edit. View. Edit. Yeah. Edit. Yep. Yeah. Got that. Under transfer source off. Yep. Press that. Undo. Transform. Yep. And yeah, there's edit, copy, reset, blah blah blah. Rotate 90 degrees. Fit to screen. Yep. Done. Series live stream. Yep. Click that. Yep. Edit. Yep. Transform. Yep. And full screen. Fit to screen. Done. Welcome back to Busselton Oval here. Half-time of this fantastic grand final sees the Busselton Bombers. They are 4-5-29 and Eagles are 2-1-13 in this 2023 grand final of the Onshore Cup Footy Association. Major goal scorers for each respective side. First of all, for the Bombers, 2 goals to James Dakin, 1 in the first and 1 in the second, and likewise Brendan Hart also kicked 1 in the first and 1 in the second for the Bombers. And the Eagles goal scorers both in that second quarter went to Ryan Chandler and to Matty Blake. Good game of footy this one. Once again, shout out to the sponsors here: Shelter, Spartan First, Sports Power, Busselton, Top Coat, Wedderburn Transport, Adams and Co Freight, Bridgestone, Bunbury and Brunswick, City Barbers, Frankel Street Liquor and Fine Wines, and Roberts, Tilt Tray and Hiab. And also after the game, make sure everyone heads down to the Esplanade Hotel to have a couple of frothies to celebrate this great game of footy. Who's going to win the 2023 Grand Finals? Can Busselton win back-to-back, or can Bunbury pull some magic out of their hat here? The margin is 16 points. 2 20-minute quarters to go here. My name's Cam Robbins. Thanks very much for your company. Giving the opportunity here to watch this game streaming live thanks to Filming Footy and Dartfish. Had a few technical difficulties in the area for the commentary, but we're back on track here and looking forward to this second half of footy. Bit dewy first up in the morning, but that dew's gone off the ground now. Conditions here at Sir Stewart Bovell Park in Busselton, absolutely sensational. A few little light clouds in the sky, no breeze to talk about, and a fantastic day to chase that leather haggard around the ground here as we're about to commence the second half of footy here of the 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association Grand Final. Will Busselton breed primaries? Can Bunbury cause a bit of a upset? As I said, Busselton have gone through the season undefeated with a massive percentage in the home and away season of 593.33, and they won the qualifying game over the Dunsbury Muleys by 75 points, 15-5 to 2-8. But the Bunbury Eagles are putting in a contest here. They've come from third. They had to go the hard way, but they did beat the Dunsbury Muleys in the preliminary final by 9 points as Bunbury come back onto the ground here. The Busselton Bombers all set up in their positions, and the Bunbury lads just coming out a little bit late. And obviously the Bombers keen to get this game underway once again. And thanks for your company on this beautiful Saturday morning from Busselton. And pretty laid back competition this morning. Not laid back in the terms of celebrating victory here this afternoon or this morning. Fantastic crowd here at Busselton. All those cars packed around the ground here. The umpire's about to commence the second half of footy here. This grand final clash between the Busselton Bombers and the Bunbury Eagles. Umpire just making sure everyone's in their positions. And we're going to start this second half of footy. Clayton Island doing the ruck work for the Bunbury Eagles. And he's going to go up against the ruckman for the Busselton Bombers in Big Kimmy Harper. And just waiting for everyone's into positions here. The umpire gives it all clear. So here we are. We're underway in the second half of this grand final clash. Busselton up by 16 points. Umpire throws a footy up. Ruck work was fantastic by Harper. Tried to find his teammate. His teammate then was Danny Glover. The player, not Danny Glover, the actor, the player, He's wrapped up in the tackle. The umpire says, give the ball to me once again. Good ruck work this time by Bunbury by Ireland. Bring the ball in the contest. Got a push in the back in the end. There's a Bunbury player there. He'll take the free kick right in the centre of Sir Stewart Bovell Park in Busselton. Try to find his teammate. They've got a push in the back and the mark is the ladder. So the Eagles have the footy. Kicking half out from goal. They kick the ball to the hot spot. Clacker plays here and a good diving mark in the back half of the ground to be taken then by Tommy Keefe, the centre half back, close to best on ground for mine. He's been sensational. He finds his teammate. It's Kelly. Kelly got the 1-2 back, goes on the far wing and try and find his teammate. The teammate was under pressure from the player there, James Miles from Bunbury. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me. 1:19 to go on in this third quarter. Still no change on the scoreboard at half time. It was 16 points. The way of Busselton is exactly what it is now at the moment to Campo. Very good, got a handball onto it, trying to find his teammate. Gets to 1-2 back, does to Campo. Hotly pressured by the Bunbury player there in Lowley Flynn. And the boundary umpire says, give the ball to me for another boundary line throw. So there's a number 19, he's doing the ruck work. It's Harper versus Ireland. Well done by the player there from the Bombers. Got it out, that was Harper. Try to find his teammate. They should be holding the footy. Umpire said play onto advantage, so they do that. They kick the ball down the half-forward flank. Numbs of those are the Eagles. Front and centre. Well done by Bunbury through traffic. That was cross, but he's met very heavily by a good tackle by the Bombers player. That's in young Clinton Hart. The umpire says give the ball for me for another throw-up. Ruck work by Bunbury was sensational. That was Ireland. Kick the ball to the hot spot here. Good defensive mark. Fantastic, Tommy Keefe. He's been sensational. He gets the ball down the hard running half-back flank, trying to find his teammate. They're out here. That player was Kelly, trying to find his teammate. Pretty ordinary bounce in the end. The numbers of those backward Busselton. Good heavy tackle then by James Miles. No easy kick out there, but he caught one high from the Bunbury Eagles player. And he'll relieve the pressure in the defensive back half of the ground here. They're still trailed by 16 points. Close to 3 minutes have gone in this third quarter of this grand final clash between Bunbury and Busselton. The Eagles versus the Bombers. Player held when he didn't have it. The Bunbury player there. And the kick was there. Now, the player didn't agree with it, but with play on to advantage there. They sock it off the boot here. Numbs here, well done by Keefe. Oh, cop one high was a player from Bunbury. The umpire saw that as well. So Robbie Cross. A critical kick in the context of this game of footy. He's inside the 50-metre arc there. Bit of an angle. Can he bring this margin back to 10 points? So Robbie Cross. Having a deliberate shot of goals here. The left footer does the old-fashioned barrel. Hasn't got the distance. And play in the front's taken a great mark. Every key forward should be in front. And the Bunbury player was... And that player there is Sean Trevini. And Trevini goes back and should convert here. And well done by Bunbury. Well done by Trevini. And the game in this grand final is very much alive. It's back to 10 points. 3-1-19 to 4-5-29. 4-14 in this third quarter. And fantastic play by Bunbury. The Bombers, the underdogs, they are still into the contest here in Busselton. 10 points is the margin. Good kicking by Bunbury, 3-1. Busselton 4-5-9, scoring shots to 6, but it's the score and the scored. The goals on the board count, and that's what's happening. 4-3 here. The umpire's going to throw the ball up once again. It's Harper versus teammate. That's Ireland. They go forward to the Bombers. The half-forward flank, trying to find his teammate De Campo. Smart clear to Campo, urging a player to run at him. Beautiful kick by De Campo, trying to find Hart. Hart on the left. Good kick, good tackle from behind by Bunbury. That was by Rooney. And it's holding the footy. Geez, the Eagles are up for the challenge here this afternoon. Rooney finds his teammate. Well done by Bunbury. Maintaining possession. They kick the ball down this defensive wing. Try to find his teammate. That player over there was Flynn. He didn't run at the contest. The Busselton Bombers player did. And it was Kelly. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. Kick and a half out for goal from the Bombers. Score here, 5:13 are gone in this third quarter. The margin's back to 10 points to Campo. Sensational. Goes to Kelly. Kelly on his right, trying to find his teammates. Pushing the back on the mark. It's the ladder. And umpire said no. Going to allow that to be thrown in. Well, I thought it was a kick in the end, but it wasn't. James Dakin, a bit unlucky. Didn't get a free kick there, but the umpire saw it. It's a boundary line throw-in. So 6:03 are gone. The margin is 10 points. The Bombers still in front. Gruckwork was okay. Trying to find his teammate. Bursting through the pack. And I tell you what, he's missed. Jeez. Papalia. Mark Papalia has missed an absolute soda. Probably had a bit more time than he thought. So Newman will relieve the pressure here for the Eagles. The margin's out to 11 points now. Only 2 kicks in it. 6.5 have gone in this third quarter. They go down the defensive half-back flank. Little check side kick by the Busselton player. Yeah, beautiful kick in the end. And over the top to Jamesy Deacon. And Deacon goes bang and he kicks his third. Fantastic effort then by, they picked that play up the end. Jethro Hodges. There he is on the screen there. A beautiful check side banana. Trying to find his teammate James Dakin in the goal square by himself. And Dakin now has kicked his third. Just when Bunbury come back, the Bombers, that's Busselton, Ants one back, and we're back out to a 17-point advantage. It was 16 at half-time. It's now stretched out to 17 points. And good. Ants are back here by the Bombers. Umpire's going to throw the footy up once again. Doing the ruck work this time is Big Glennie Sutton. Goes through traffic found to Campo. Trying to find his teammate Sutton. He's overran it. Met very heavily there by the player James. Falls in the hand of the Busselton player there in Byrne. And the Byrne identity goes bang! Sammy Byrne. Good goal by him. And just when Bunbury sneaked forward for a quick goal, Busselton have answered back with 2 quick goals themselves. And a fantastic goal by the Byrne identity, Sammy Byrne, number 6. And he's converted. And Bunbury go further if front there. A good effort by Busselton. 6-6 they are, 42. Bunbury 3-1-19. The margin's now out to 23 points. And gone 8.5 minutes of this third quarter. Umpire throws a footy up. Good thumping knock there by the ruckman from Bunbury in Ireland. Thumps the ball to centre half forward. Couldn't pick the footy up. Now can finally pick the footy up. But smothered off a footy then by the Busselton defender. That was Keith. He was good. Head over the footy there for the player there in Glover. Trying to find his teammate. That was Hodges. He's overrun it. Good effort by Hodges though. Good tackle. Found his teammate by hand, but that was Dobbin. Dobbin back to his teammate. Going to mark his own footy. Lack of talk then, but he gets the footy again. Well done by the player there in Sutton. But he's turned the footy straight back over. The Eagles have it. Jaws the player over the top. Kick the ball on a half-forward flank. And setting that back behind the play was the Busselton defender. He decides to kick the ball to particular probably player there, Kimmy Harper. But unfortunately, the boundary line was the best friend if you're a Bunbury supporter. Boundary line throw in here, 2-on-1. Good use of the body by the big fella there in Sutton. Flicked the handball over the top to Dobbin. Dobbin tried to find his teammate. That was Hodges. Running through at the heart of the contest was the player from Bunbury. Excellent effort by him. It was James Thornton. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. Close to 10 minutes have gone now in this third quarter. Geez, hard contest then by both players. Poor old Sutton, the wall won't fell behind. He didn't like it either. He's going to give it to him as well, to Sutton. Didn't like the treatment he received by the player from Bunbury Eagles. That was Clayton Island. And no love lost between those two. And they're going to go up against a ruck duel against each other. There he is, Sutton. Wins this contest. Trying to find his teammate. That was Glover. Danny Glover just gave him the don't argue. He kicks the ball to the half-forward flank. Run contest there. Over the footy was a player there for Miles for the Bunbury Eagles. Over the top there, surely caught one. Oh, it was a player from The umpire says, give the ball to me, right in front of that Bunbury crowd there with those balloons, the yellow and blue. They still trail at the moment by 23 points. Getting in the contest, trying to find his teammate. That was Byrne. He kicked the last goal. Gets it again. The Byrne identity. Handball back over the top. Little check side banana by Clinton Hart. Try to find the 1-2. Rove in front and centre. And good smother off the footy then. Well done by DeCampo and also by Blake by Bunbury. And I think it's out of bounds on the full. Good defensive pressure by Matty Blake, who kicked the goal in the second quarter. Has a ball now in the back pocket for the Bunbury Eagles. Very picturesque ground, this one. So Stewart, Bovell Park and Busselton. Sells a bit of candy in the end. It does Matty Blake. Kicks a ball to centre half back, but up the top, too big and too strong. His big Lancy Lucas. Lucas, beautiful kick to space. And find his teammate. That's Johnny Blinkow. And Blinkow, good kick, good mark. And big Jamesy Dakin has a chance now to go for goal number 4. A very good contested mark by big James Dakin. A good set of mitts. And a good mark's been taken by Dakin. So Dakin now, Bombers on a bit of a roll now. They switch the turbo button on. They are going very well. Big James Dakin leans back on that trusting left foot. The goal umpire does not have to move. And another goal to the Bombers. Another goal to Dakin. He now has 4. Kick 1 in the first, 1 in the second. He's kicked now 2 goals in this third quarter. And here we go. The Busselton Bombers. They go further in front now. 31 points is the advantage. And the last 6 or 7 minutes of this third quarter, the premiership quarter, has seen Busselton just show why they've been the undefeated side all year and why they won the second semi-final over Dunsborough by 75 points. So 12:42 are gone in this third quarter. Umpire's going to throw the footy up once again. Doing a ruck work. Good effort by the Bunbury ruckman in Clayton Island. The Bombers player had to defend, didn't. Play over the contest here. Good pick up below his knees. That was Stockley. Found his teammate. And that was Pascal. And Pascal found his teammate. The Bourne identity. He's been sensational. Finds his teammate. Good play here by the Bombers. That's Harper. Kicks the ball down the line, but into the gap there. In the play, there was Matt Blake. And good defensive pressure by Blake. His players tried his heart out here for Bunbury Eagles this afternoon, but unfortunately he's had too many teammates helping him out at the moment. So the umpire's going to throw the footy in, doing the ruck work. It's Phil Jones. Finds his teammate. He's rove this time by the player over there in Tom Set for Bunbury. A little check side banana kick on the right. Gained about 25-30 metres. And the boundary umpire says give the ball to me for another throw-in. So just over 14 minutes are gone. The margin's been stretched out to 31 points. Comes to the contest, roving his own footy. He's been good too. Danny Glover goes in his right, trying to find his teammate. That was Hart. He's overran it. The Eagles have the numbers in the back half of the ground. They kick the ball on the defensive half back. Bounces up okay for the Eagles player. Takes one bounce. Draws a play over the top. Kicks a bit of space. Well done hard with the defender for the Bombers. Hard at the footy. He's been in the hard of the footy all day. And well done by the Bombers. 15 minutes later, Busselton 3-1. Bunbury 19. The margin's 31 points. In this grand final clash of the 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association, downtown Busselton. Good use of the ruck work here. Thump bomb behind. That was Jones, but the Rover didn't see him. Now he does. That's Papalia. Mark Papalia kicks the ball to half forward flank. Handball to himself was Big Dakin. He's done well. He's kicked 4. Puts the pressure on and gave it a don't argue then. I'll tell you what, I didn't like that one, the treatment on Taken he received on Clayton Island. And I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to pick on Jamesy Dakin. He's built like the proverbial and has kicked 4. So Bangelon throwing was shallow. Numbers of those with Bombers have it and lost it. Handball below his knee was Jones. You're the player in the contest. Bunbury behind the player that kicked the ball to the defensive wing. A good mark's been taken there by Robbie Cross. Cross decides to play on. Kicks on his preferred kick. That's on the left. The centre half forward. Trying to find his teammate. Stood on the contest as O'Dine. He's over. Still over the contest here. Good defensive here. Pressure by the Bummers. It's a Busselton Bombers. The umpire says, give the ball to me. So later stage of this third quarter. It's been a good one if you're a Bombers player. Kick the ball defensive. Oh, good marks. A bit of a tunnel there. And kick here to the Bunbury player there, and Joshy Roney. So Roney decides to play him by hand. Trying to find his teammate. He kicks it to a pocket. And defensive down back. He's been sensational. Tommy Keefe. He's mopped up down back. Find his teammate. That's Elijah Kelly. So with this guy, he's been absolutely sensational there. Is Danny Glover. Trying to find his teammate. He dropped it. O'Muir. Back in the contest is Bunbury. Somehow gets a kick on the footy. The play there was Adams, the captain. The Busselton have the numbers again. And good defensive pressure by the Eagles player. That's Bunbury and Jamesy Miles. And out of bounds. Another throw in later stage of this third quarter. Through the traffic was Chandler. Chandler on his left. Kicks the ball to half forward flank. Ball over the top of the McSale for the Bombers. He just find his teammate. Handball was good. The 1-2 was okay. Good effort here by the Bombers in Jones. Jones trying to find his teammate. The play there was Harper. He's overran it. Numbers of those with the Eagle play. Kicks the ball defensively and lace out and finds his teammate. And umpire said to play on, so he's done that. Kicks the ball in the corridor. Quarter time here in the Busselton Bombers. They are 7-6. That is 48. Bunbury 4-1. That is 25. A margin of 23 points. Have the Busselton Bombers done enough? Soon will be revealed in the next quarter. Take a short break and come back to the start of the last quarter, which sees the home side, that's the Bombers, up by 23 points. Yeah, got it. It's Cam here, mate. Welcome back here. 1 quarter to go. Can Busselton hang on? They are up by 23 points. And major goal scorer is Dakin. He's kicked 4, 2 goals also to Hart and single goals to the Bourne Identity, Sam Bourne. And goal scorers for Bunbury Eagles, Ryan Chandler's kicked 2 and 1 each to Blake and to Trevini. Well, this game of footy, can Busselton go back to back? As players getting back into their positions there. My name's Cam Robbins. Thanks for your company this grand final. Thanks very much to Phil Douglas, the brain thrust behind this organisation as the umpire gives the opportunity to throw the ball up. Here we are away again doing the ruck. This time to Ruttman is Sutton. Try to find his teammate. That's to Campo. He's overran it. But lays on a very good tackle, and so does big Glennie Sutton. And the umpire is going to throw the ball up. So Sutton doing the ruck work against Ireland. Well done by Ireland. Thrown off the contest though. Cop one hole as the Bunbury player. The kick was there. And Matty Barker has it just backwards of the centre square here at Busselton. He tries to chip the play because the hard-running James Miles. Pretty ordinary kick, but Miles has the footy now. Sells a bit of candy, doesn't do the candy, shrugged the player off, goes the 1-2. Good defensive pressure by Blimcow, the vice-captain for Bunbury, but they have the ball here. And that's Josh Roney. Roney kicks the ball down the line of trying to find his teammate. Kick was good, and honoured the lead was Shawnee Trevini. Chavini kicks the ball to half-forward flank. Good defensive pressure then by the Bombers. Below with his knees. That was very good by Kelly. Trying to find his teammate. Pleading for holding the footy, and the kick was there. So Jamin O'Dine, the vice-captain, kicks the ball to a forward pocket. Beautiful kick by him. And into a bit of space is the Bunbury Eagles player there in Jones. So can Jones start this fourth quarter for Bunbury on a positive note? They're trailed by 23 points. They've led all day, has Busselton, but Jones, Daniel Jones, opposite kick here on the left, does not bother him. He's just pulled that behind the post for a minor score only, just when they needed a goal. Couldn't convert to Jones, but he was on his non-preferred side if you're a left footer. And picked the margin back here to 22 points with about 18 minutes to go in this grand final. Will Busselton go back to back? No doubt they'll be celebrating, if they do, down the Esplanade Hotel pretty good. They kicked the ball down the line, or dropped an easy mark in the end. It was Kelly. He liked that contest once again because he dropped an absolute soda. Half-forward flank though, kicking half out from Busselton's goal. Can they convert again? Umpire throws. He's done a ton of work as a captain, Big Glennie Sutton. Held to him though. And umpire says, give the ball to me for another throw-up. 2.5 minutes are gone. The margin's 22 points of this last quarter of this grand final clash. The 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association. Handball's okay. Try to find his teammate. Good tackle from behind. Good defensive pressure here by Bunbury. The Eagles. Socket off the ground. He got Polex off the footy. Then was Clayton Island. And his player didn't like it. So have the footy now here go defensively. A one-on-one contest here. Good contest there between Moles and Papalia. It's the latter who wins. They kick the ball down the half-back flank. Took the player on. Should be holding the footy. Umpire said no, it's not. But good second effort by the Busselton player there. That's in James Dakin. He can kick the ball over the lot. Top there. Good hard running by Dakin. How's it going to go? It's going to go well. And Dakin laid a tackle on. And now he's going to get a 50-metre penalty here. And James Dakin laid a tackle at centre-half forward. Got the handball out to Mark Papalia. And Papalia knew his teammate was going to run into the space. And he did do that. And that was Jamesy Dakin. And Dakin going to go for goal number 5. And maybe he could be the best on ground, either him or Dini DeCampo or down back in Tommy Keith. But James Dakin, point blank range, does not miss and converts for his 5th goal. And Busselton go further in front here. 8:6:54. Bunbury Eagles 4-2-26. The margin is now out to 28 points. And a very happy Busselton interchange bench there. All players waiting to go back onto the contest, but the Bombers, that's Busselton. They have played a very good brand of footy here at Sir Stewart, Bovell Park in Busselton. So again, Sutton doing the ruck work against Ireland. Sutton roved his own footy. Kicked the ball down to the forward area. Attacking the footy was good. That was Danny Glover. And good hard running on here. It's all of a training drill at the moment. Mark Papalia has it. Goes on his left foot. And there he is again. A fantastic mark. This time's been taken by Brenton Hart. Hart. Multiple goal scorer here for Busselton. He's kicked 2. One in the first and one in the second. Has now got a chance to convert his 3rd. And it's all one-way traffic at the moment to the Busselton Bombers. Can Hart convert? Leans back on SG's ordinary kick off the boot. Like that kick again. He's missed absolutely everything about from that little silver car driving around in the boundary line area. So they have the footy now to the Bunbury Eagles. They kick the ball down the line and try to find his teammate. That's Rudd. Ethan Rudd in the back pocket. He chips the ball down the line. Oh, taking a good one-handed against the Bunbury Eagles player. Still in the defensive 50 of the ground. Kick the ball down the line, the Eagles, for 2-on-1, but running back and taking a good defensive mark has been Glennie Sutton. Led from the front in the ruck, the captain, the co-captain, kicks the ball to find his teammate. That was Sam Byrne. Earn an identity. He's been a good player as well. Kicks the ball to the half-forward flank. Dropped an easy mark in the end was Dakin. Running on the contest, though, was Hart. He's overrun it as well. And defensive pressure by the Eagles was very, very good. That player there was Damon Newman, who gave away 50 earlier on to Dakin. So umpire throws a footy up. Good leap by the play then by Harper. Bring the ball to the ground. Well done by the Eagles player. A little volleyball in the centre half-back area. Well done by Byrne. Byrne through the pack. Put his head over the footy but overran it. Getting the ball this contest was Newman from Bunbury. And the umpire says give the ball to me as big Danny Glover comes out with the footy. Centre half forward here. 7 minutes are gone. The margin is 28 points to the advantage of the Busselton Bombers. Throws a footy up. Good ruck work this time by Ireland. The road better this time by the Busselton Bombers. They kick the ball to the hot spot here. Over the head of the player over there in Papalia. But roving front and centre. How's the ball's going to bounce? It bounces the wrong way. And in the end, a minor score will prevail. Busselton Bombers have the footy. No, Howard didn't have it. Surely was the Bunbury player pleading a free kick. That's Matt Blake. Half-back flank and probably gets a 50-metre penalty as well. So 8 minutes are gone. 28 points is the advantage of the Bombers. And I think they've got one hand on the 2023 Premiership Cup. I reckon they will potentially go back-to-back. But Matt Blake has the footy now. Pretty hard for Bunbury to kick 4 goals from here. They only kicked 4 goals up to this point of time of the game now. And good defensive mark. He's been Rocket Gibraltar in defence to Tommy Keefe. Sensational Keefe. Down back. Kicks the ball down to the half back flank or the wing area. And ball still in the play. Kept in by the Bunbury player over there in Ashley Adams. He kicks the ball down the line trying to find his teammate. That was Chandler. He's been good, Chandler. He's kicked 2. But they go defensively to Bunbury down the line, try to find DeCampo for Busselton, but he's robbed off the footy, and good defensive marks been taken then by Roney for Bunbury. He's turned the ball straight back over. This is Kimmy Harper read it better. And Harper on that defensive wing, the fat side of the ground, he kicks the ball to half-forward flank. Well, dropped an easy mark in the end was for Barshi for Bunbury, and the umpires send a free kick though. De Camper got him a little bit high. I think he knows it. So James Miles will get a kick here. And looks like he's a little bit hurt there. Umpire said maybe get him off the ground. I think nothing malice then by Dean De Campo. There's James Miles still lying on the contest of the ground. So 9:40 are gone in this grand final clash. The 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association. And shout out once again to all the sponsors for Sports Power Busselton, Topcoat, Wedderborn Transport, Adams & Co Freight, Bridgestone, Bunbury and Brunswick, City Bumpers, Frankel Street Liquor and Finance, and Roberts Tilt Tray and High Ebb, and also filming footy and dartfish live throughout the world on YouTube, and the strip comes out on the ground. So just repeating Busselton journey so far this season. They've won every game, sitting with a percentage of 593.33. They won the qualifying final 15-5 to Dunsmuir Muleys 2-8 by 75 points. Whereas Bunbury, they've come the hard way. They've finished 3rd. They won the elimination final over the Augusta Abalone 3-13 to 2-8 by 11 points. And then they were lucky to beat the Dunsmuir Muleys in the preliminary final 7-3 to 5-6. So no time on too here. So that's interesting. So 11 minutes are gone, no time on. And this will definitely suit the Busselton Bombers players. They're just quite happy just churning up a bit of time. And as the player finally gets off the ground, and hope he's alright, that's James Miles. He's been a fairly good defender for the Bunbury Eagles side as Miles. He's done okay. And unfortunately, coming up to 12 minutes have gone, 8 minutes to go. The Bombers, I'm going to sing it now, the big fat lady will probably start singing shortly. They have the footy now, the Bombers, the back half of the ground, urging the player to run at him. They're stagnant at the moment. Nothing to kick to, so he sells a bit of candy. Good effort there by Flynn. He kicks the ball in the centre of the ground. A roving front and centre. Fantastic play then by Robbie Cross. Kicks the ball to half-forward flank, but defensively down back. Taking a good mark there. It's the Bombers. The 1-2 over the top. Can find his teammate. That's Reece Stockley. Stockley dropped a soda. Goes back in the contest. Got the handball out. Got the 1-2. Trying to find his teammate. That was Phil Jones. Jones is wrapped up in a tackle by the Bunbury player there in Zachy Birch. And umpire says, give the ball to me. 12:38 are gone. The margin is still 29 points to the advantage of the Busselton Bombers. Through traffic was Blencow. He's overran it. So did the player from Lance Lucas for the Bombers, but hitting the ball front and centre. Good play here by the Bunbury team. They're not giving up here. Ash Adams on the left. Spall over the top by Keith was very effective. Dive on the footy. Well done by the Bourne Identity. It's Sammy Bourne. And the umpire says, give the ball to me. It's starting to get a bit heated at the moment. And a player there from Busselton says, let's just calm the farm. And they've done that. And so's the umpire. He's put out a free kick to the Bombers. And that's Sam Byrne. He's been good too in the midfield and running off the half-forward and half-back flank. He chips the ball down the line on this wing. Big pack of players, roving front and centre. The Bunbury players, handball's okay. That was Trevini trying to find his teammate. Hell, we didn't have it. It was a Bombers player. It didn't matter. Numbers of the contest within was Denny DeCampo, and Lace out finds his teammate. And that's big Brenton Hart. Hope he can convert a bit better than his last kick from goal, because it was an absolute Barry Crocker. So Brenton Hart, 35-40 metres out. Bit of an angle. Not much breeze to talk about here. We'll see how he goes for this shot of goals. So Hart leans back on this. And that is a much better kick. And he just doesn't have the distance. And good effort by Damien Newman on the square. Just forced behind her though. So he decides to play on. Does Newman. Goes down a half-back flank. Good mark over the top. Umpire hasn't played it. I should have, but umpire didn't. So it's play on to, I've got a trip in the end. It's play on to advantage here. This could be a relayed free kick down the path. And a Bunbury Eagles free kick it is. 15 minutes are gone. Margin out to Bunbury, still not giving up. Still having a contest here. Half forward flank. Decides to play on to big pack of players. And there he is. Tommy Keith, Rocket Gibraltar down back. Chits the ball over the top, trying to find his teammate. Lace out. Handball was okay. Defensive pressure by DeCampo was very good. Second effort was okay, but bursting through the play there is Roney. Roney down back, and good defensive mark. Should play that, and they do. And there he is. Tommy Keith, the quarterback here for the Busselton Bombers. Close to best on ground, but I think play kicks 5 is more likely going to be the best on, and that's James Dakin. So 16 minutes are gone. Later stage of this last quarter. The 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association Grand Final from Busselton. My name's Cam Robbins. Enjoyed your company this morning and this afternoon. Handball through traffic. Bunbury was effective. That was Roney. Defensive pressure by Jones was good. Umpire's called play on. So running down the line there is the Bunbury play. A little check side kick was by Flynn. And there he is again. Tommy Keefe down back. Kick on his left. Over the top. Found his teammate. That was Bourne. Bourne on his right. Good hard running here by the Bombers. Later stages of this grand final. It's going to be a back-to-back victory here. So the Busselton Bombers, good kick by Kelly, found his teammate, that was Stockley. Stockley down the right, tried to find his teammate, that was Harper. Harper hadn't lost it, good tackle from behind. Well done by Harper, the follow-on was good. Through traffic was even better. DeCampo, good on his left. Georgie's captain into the play, that was Sutton. So Sutton has a footy now. He kicks the ball to centre half forward. Good kick and good strong marks been taken by Dennis Amar. So Amar decides to play on. Inside 50. Good kick. Got the distance but did not get the accuracy. So out of bounds on the full. Kick into Bunbury. To play there in Benny Newton. The co-captain for the Bunbury Eagles. Just admit there's no time on. There's just straight 20-minute quarters. So just under 2 minutes of remaining in this grand final classic. We'll be back-to-back victory to the Busselton Bombers, and that'll be going off at the Esplanade Hotel. Everyone get down there after this game and have a couple of quiet frothies, and hopefully you can replay this game back. It's just been streaming live on YouTube thanks to Filming Footy and Dartfish. So 80 minutes are gone. Umpire's done a good job here this morning. And Glenn Sutton does a ruck work, trying to find his teammate. That was Papalia. Handball was good by Bunbury. The out here got the 1-2 on. The handball and the third handball wasn't so good. Bursting through pack was okay. Trying to find his teammate. He caught one high. That was Newt. And the umpire says no. It was held to him. So righty on the 50-metre plate mark here of the Busselton Bombers attacking area of the ground here at Sir Stewart, Bovell Park in Busselton. Stacks in the middle once again, and umpire says, give the ball to me. Throwing the ball up once again. Big Glenn Sutton trying to find his teammate. That was Blickout. And once again, held to him. In junk time now, last minute of this game of footy. The Busselton Bombers, they are going to go back to back. He's been good too, the Bourne identity. Gets a handball out to DeCampo. DeCampo very clever little tap onto Billy Dobbin. And Dobbin tried to find his teammate. Bunbury have the numbers here. Through traffic was okay. The play there was Flynn for Bunbury. Found his teammate. It was Blake. And Blake likewise finds Birch. And they're out this side of the ground here. And Chandler has it. Stopped, prop, nothing to kick to. So this time he kicks the ball down the line, and good diving mark's been taken by James Thornton. So Thornton, defensive wing. The Bunbury Eagles, he kicks the ball to the half-forward flank and down back. Playing a bit of tunnel ball there with Stockley. Over to Tommy Keefe, and Tommy Keefe lays a tackle on. He's done everything this afternoon, but he's given an a free kick. And Bunbury go down the line, ordinary kick in the end. But once again, the Bombers have the numbers. Kick the ball on the defence wing, went up high, went up. But roving front and centre is Bourne to Keefe. Keefe, another possession to Danny Glover. Glover on his non-preferred, that's left. And that's it, the siren's gone. And Busselton Bombers, they have won here 8-8, 56. To Bunbury 4-2-26, a margin of 30 points. Majors goal scorers first of all for the Bombers, that's a Busselton. James Dakin, sensational, he kicked 5 goals. 2 goals to Brenton Hart and 1 goal to Sam Bourne. And major goal scorers for Bunbury, 2 to Ryan Chandler, and single goal scorers to Matt Blake and Sean Chavini. But Busselton, they go back to back in winning the contest here in the 2023 Onshore Cup Footy Association. It's fitting they win. Went through the season undefeated. They win the big dance here at Busselton, at the home ground in Sir Stewart Bovell Park. Better players for mine, first of all, for the Busselton Bombers. There's a heap of them. First of all, down back, sensational Tom Keith. James Dacre with 5. In the midfield, 2 was Danny Glover, was sensational. Dean DeCampo was very impressive, and the captain, Glenn Sutton, did very well in the ruck for Bunbury Eagles. Ryan Chandler with 2 was a very good player, as was the ruckman there in Clayton Island. But for mine, I think wins the Dartfish Beanie and also the 2023 Country Footy Jumper. I think you've got to give it to James Dacre, number 21. He has kicked 5 goals, and to me, wins. Enjoy this call. Thanks to Filming Footy. Hopefully we'll be back next year, but Busselton Bombers, they've won back to back.